actually put their wickedness before their step forth and to stand in their lot and do what they're commanded to do. And that brother is doing that on the Ravenous Bird channel. I think that's awesome that we teach, because I think when we go into the book of remembrance, being a family, all the different family members have something that's valid. We are not, no one man understands it all. And so different family members are going to be blessed with a certain amount of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, can clarify some things to the other families and the other family members. So I'm thinking it's imperative that all hands are on deck for us to decipher this word.
I agree. I've got to say, I came across Ravenous Bird's channel. A couple of things I've got an issue with, but you know, having heard your glowing report, I'm going to have to look at it again.
Dave, let me interrupt you for 1 second. Now, this is the first time I'm listening to him, so I've not really gone in depth to see to hear the whole thing, to see what his position is. But thus far, there's a few videos that I've looked at that, okay, what he's saying is along the lines of the book of remembrance. So I can't say, okay, well, let's go after this, let's listen to this. But I'm new to his channel, so I will be giving you more information. Go ahead, Dave.
Okay, well, first of all, the Most High said he was going to return the language to us, which means that we don't have the language.
True.
And anyone who claims that they have it, well, I can't go along with, because the Most High says he's going to return it to us. Right, so that's one thing. I had a conversation with the guy at one point, because his contention is the name of the Most High is Ya'ol.
That's what he said, correct?
Ya'ol. Yeah, well, my understanding of the Hebrew is that there are no vowels apart from an sound. Okay, so any hint of a vowel comes from an being made into a vowel, if you see what I mean. So like Yahweh has a O sound in it, but it's a AW sound. Right? So Ya'ol and Yahweh are the same word and the same pronunciation, except just an emphasis on certain vowel sounds rather than others. So Ya'ol and Yahweh, right, are the same word, but yeah, I've got a h on the end of the O sound, the kind of created O sound, if you see what I'm saying. So I just had a bit of an argument with me saying, no, it's Ya'o. And I'm saying, well, where's the O sound? Because there's no O's in Paleo-Hebrew. So yeah, they're the only two issues I had, but I'll go and check him out again, because I kind of dismissed him.
Yeah, I'm trying to what you just said, as far as I'm concerned, is quite valid. That's why I really have to I have to analyze what he's saying. What I do know is that many men, we will not all see eye to eye until the Most High brings again Zion. So there will be some disagreements in the midst of us. However, if we all have in common that law, and that we would adhere to those tenets, then we're still on the right track. Even though there's some brothers that have said some things that I know good and well, this man is confused. However, there were some things that he said also that's important. So I've listened to past videos from different guys who I know good and well, he's off. He's off into Black JC, etc. But in the midst of the lesson, though I knew he was off, there's something that he said that was very important and that was true. So it is still a matter of us searching and seeking the Most High. And I think at the end of the day, we will all end up in the same place, those who are seeking him in righteousness and in truth. Yes, sir.
Yeah. I find myself watching videos and hearing brothers saying some good things, and then they start talking about JC, and I'm like, oh, cringe. Okay, I'm off. Bye.
Yeah.
Delvin just joined. So
Blessed be the name of Yah, Delvin.
yeah.
Blessings to you, brothers. Yo, Dave, long time no see, man. You're right.
Hi, Delvin. How you doing, man?
I'm all good. I'm still here in Turkey.
Good to see you again.
Blazing hot sunshine here,
Nice.
man. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. So yeah, all is good, and I'm pleased to be on this call because Henry showed me you guys talking the last meeting you had, and it was very, very informative. It was very good, and it was conducted in the right way, and yeah, it was really good. So I'm pleased to be here. I'm privileged to be here with you guys now, straight up. So good to see you all. Nice one.
Likewise,
Good to see you, Dave. Good to see you, Dave.
Prince, where are you from, Prince? Because you just joined.
I'm in Canada right now, but I'm an Israelite by way of Nigeria originally. So I'm Montreal, Canada. Spent most of my time in Canada and Toronto. Been all over the place here. As you know, Canada can be a continent on its own. It's huge, but you know, Yah's been guiding me, and all praise to Yah for everything, man. And the way it all came together. I beg your pardon?
No, you carry on. I was going to say something about Canada, but yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, Dave. I think I'm with you on where you're at. Please.
Doing my little bit of research, I found that I found where the Canaanites, or one branch of the Canaanites, went to, and it happens to be a place. Well, okay, step back. It was the Slavs. Okay, the Slavic people are Canaanites, and there's one place outside of Europe where the Slavs, there's a population of Slavic people. Okay, the only place outside of Europe, and it's in a place called "This is Canada" in Paleo Hebrew. So I've already given the game away. It's Canada, Canaan, da, which means this is Canaan.
That's interesting. Never heard that before, Dave. That's good information.
Yeah.
Okay, I was going to say the topic. What we're going to discuss. What I asked you guys.
Oh, thanks, Henry.
About the two creations. You guys, Dave and Lee, probably know a lot more than what I know. Anyway, I'm still learning.
Henry,
Ooh.
Brother Henry, before you get into that, please, I just want to follow up on something Dave brought up initially with regards to the name of Yah. I find it really interesting because when you look at the words hallelujah, like all praise to Yah, or praise to God, or you look at kumbaya, kumbaya in the sunshine, where people used to sing that, you know, during the slave times, and all the common denominators of the names of the prophets, Isaiah, Jeremiah, you know, you keep seeing that constant theme. And I find it really interesting because when you look at the translations, it's always like God is our strength, God is our wealth. So I felt as though Yah has been the most accurate transcription of the name of the Most High, just in all the research I've been doing, Dave. Based on what you said, I find it interesting. However, I do just refer to the Most High as the Most High to be on the safe side. You know,
Me too.
Well, it's funny because I'll just say this very, very quickly as well with the name Yah. I'm here in Turkey, right? And I don't know if any of you guys have been to Turkey before. I know Dave has been here, but I'm staying in Antalya, okay? It gets better. And the hotel I'm staying is called the Laralia, okay? And I looked at Isaiah 11:11 and 11:15, and it does say that at the end times that people will be walking over the Euphrates in sandals in 11:15 in Isaiah, you know. So I know the Most High led me here, and I so happen to be in a place called Laralia in Antalya, you know. And the apartments I'm going to be, well, the hotel I'm going to be staying in is going to be the Hotel Laralia, and I'm living in Laralia apartments. So the name Yah, I'm quite strong with that name, and there's so many coincidences. As we know, we don't believe in those, but so many coincidences with that name with me. Yah is a nice name to hold on to, but I always, when I can, refer to the Most High as the Most High, to be on the safe side, as you rightly said. So I just thought I'd put that in there. All right.
Take us away, Brother Henry.
Yeah. So I know Lee wanted to know more about the flat earth in the Bible. So I asked Dave, and also we got the two creations. So I don't know if Dave or Lee or somebody wants to start off with that.
I'll sit back and listen.
Okay, well, I can actually start with multiple creations, actually, got to say, because I've just recently found out it's called the gap theory. It's between, you know, Genesis verse 1, chapter 1, verse 1 and verse 2, there's an indeterminate amount of time. So, yeah, in the beginning, the Most High created the heaven and the earth, full stop. And when you translate verse 2, you can just as easily translate it as, but the earth had become ruinous and empty. Yeah, indicating that there was an earth, but it had become ruinous and empty. And the two words that are used there are tohu and bohu. And if you go and scour the Old Testament, you'll find that that those two words used together are only used together one place in the rest of the Old Testament, and that's in Jeremiah. And I can't remember the this is Lee's place. I can't remember chapter and verse, but in Jeremiah it said that the earth he beheld the earth and it was ruinous and empty. And the mountains shook and the cities were broken down and there was no man. So it's talking about a time when there were cities and there were people, but the Most High destroyed them with his furious anger. And the thing about Paleo-Hebrew is when you see two words, a phrase together, in multiple places, it's usually talking about the same event because it's such a precise language that if you see this phrase, used more than once, it's talking about the same event or something very, very, very similar. So it kind of indicates that before the period covered by the Old Testament, there were other civilizations that the Most High utterly destroyed and then started again with a blank slate. So if you look around the world, you will see a pyramid culture that spans the entire earth, and some of these pyramids are under the sea, on the seabed. And there's one off the coast of Japan. There's another one in the Bermuda Triangle. There are pyramids on every single continent. And I'm proposing that is the previous civilization, that's just been wiped out. And we started again, and we just see the evidence of these other civilizations. So that's what I'm saying. I think there's a gap between those two verses. So I think the Most High is, who knows how many times the Most High has done this, and the Old Testament is now just concentrating on the last 7,000 years of Earth's history. Right? And we're coming to the end of the 6,000 years, I believe. So going on to the two creations of people. Well, so you got where I think it's Genesis 1:27. Let us make man in our image. Well, the word for the Most High is actually Elohim, which is the plural of the word El. Okay, when you look up the word El, you'll find definitions like God with a little g, mighty man, angel, and the Most High, or God with a big G. Yeah, there's a couple of others, but when you take all those meanings together, it means angel or mighty man worshipped as a god. It doesn't mean the Most High. Okay, so this is my interpretation. That it was the angels that created a pre-human. We call it a Neanderthal. Okay, and it was them which were created together. And it was them who were told to, multiply and replenish the earth. Okay, and that was done on day 6 of creation. Okay, after day 7, or at some point after day 7, again that's not been revealed. At some point after day 7, Adam was created by the Lord God. It says in the book. Yeah, so perhaps Lord of the Elohim, formed Adam. Okay, and then again another undetermined time period, because Adam had to name all the animals. Okay, so that took some time. And because he was naming the animals, they were also looking for a helper for Adam, and none was found amongst all the animals. So at some period after this, after Adam was created and after he'd named all the animals, then Eve was created. Okay, in 127, both were created together, male and female. In 2:7, Adam's created, and then later on, Eve's created, and they're created by two different entities: the Elohim on one hand, and the Lord of the Elohim on the other hand. So that's what my contention, that there were two creations. In a nutshell.
Lee, have you got anything to add to that?
Yes, Dave is correct. There actually were two creations. You had the creation over in the sixth day. That's before Adam was created. This is why there was a mate that was sought for Adam. Now, the only possible way that a mate can be sought for him, meaning there were others on the earth. However, they were not suitable. In other words, those that were previous to him, previous to Adam, the people that were created before him, more than likely did not walk in the Most High's laws, statutes, judgments, and precepts, and they were not suitable for Adam. Thus, Eve was created via the dust, or via the rib of Adam, as the book states. Now, whether it was done in that manner that it describes, that I do not know. However, as far as having two creations, yes, there were some people created prior to. Now, the sons or the line of Adam by way of Seth, as we see clearly when Seth was created, he was after the likeness of Adam. You do not see that mentioned there when Cain was born, or Abel, for that matter of fact. Only after the time of Seth were men able to call upon the name of the Most High, which means that those who were before them, those who preceded them, more than likely did not walk in the ways of the Most High, and they were not pleasing to him. Another indication that there were people prior to Adam and Eve is the fact that when Cain was cast out, he went to the land of Nod and took a wife. That indicates clearly that there are other people upon the earth. Now, as you come through Genesis, you see clearly where the Most High went to the east of Eden and created Adam and Eve in this particular place. So therefore, they were actually a set apart group of people, so to speak, specifically that the Most High had created. And there were borders that separated them from everyone else.